Because Boris as Prime Minister was an entirely different person from the Boris who used to write for the Telegraph and so on. But where are we on this Boris Johnson petition? It's called Boris on the Ballot campaign. Have lawyers representing the former party treasurer of this Lord Cruddas, who I must admit in 2007 was named the richest man in the City of London, then worth about £860 million. But the Boris on the Ballot campaign want Boris Johnson on the ballot paper. Will they succeed?
It feels unlikely, but I wouldn't rule this out. I mean, as you say, Lord Cruddas has a lot of money to throw at this, and it's clear that the members of the Conservative Party are really, really angry about what happened, essentially this cabal of MPs overturning the result they did in 3 years ago, and 14 million voters giving Boris a mandate 3 years ago, and they're not happy. It was interesting, some polling came out just last night from YouGov of Conservative members, which suggests that if Boris was on the ballot, he would easily beat Truss and Sunak amongst party members.
That's interesting, isn't it?
And this is why, I mean, I've written about this. I wouldn't rule him out coming back. I think there's a good chance he may come back in 2 or 3 years' time.
But they do have, you made that point, David, they do have a valid point, don't they, that Boris has been chucked out by a couple of dissident people in the political party, but here is a bloke who was voted in by thousands of members just 3 years ago, then won a mandate from 14 million voters in 2019, the biggest Tory victory since Margaret Thatcher in 1987, dumped by Conservative MPs, but not by the members and not by the nation. Now, have you been told by a spokesman, for the Conservative Party that the letter and the petition haven't yet been received at Conservative Party headquarters?
There is some confusion because Lord Cruddas says he's actually got receipt of his letter being received, but the Conservative Party headquarters are denying that they've received it. But we will wait and see. But the key thing is that on Friday the deadline runs out for them to acknowledge it and take action.
So when you say that,
in which case it could end up in the courts.
I was just going to ask you that. So when you say the deadline, Cruddas has given them a deadline. We want an answer by Friday. Now, when Friday comes, what are you? You're the Nostradamus. I mean, are they going to take legal action to seek to have Boris's name put on the list along with Truss and Sunak?
I think they are, and whether they succeed or not is another question. But I've spoken to Lord Cruddas a few times now, and he is determined to do this and to see this through. So I wouldn't be surprised if early next week there's an application to the High Court. Extraordinary.
OK, now look, we're going to go, and I ask you every week the same question. You're our Nostradamus. Between now and next week, therefore, what do you think is going to happen? What is your judgment? You've talked to all these people about Boris Johnson still remaining a leadership candidate.
I still think it's unlikely. I think that the vote between Truss and Sunak will go ahead, but I think that there will be implications to this Bring Back Boris campaign. I think it will force some democratisation within the Conservative Party and some accountability to its members rather than allowing the MPs to just stitch things up all the time. But it's my guess is that actually the reality is by the end of next week, Liz Truss will be leader. It won't be official till 5th of September, but the votes are going, the ballots are going out. It's pretty clear she's the preferred candidate, and most of the votes will be going in quite quickly. So, in effect, the contest is going to be won by the end of next week.
All right. Well, we'll sort that out next Wednesday night when you talk to you. Great to talk to you, though, David. You write splendidly, by the way. Congratulations and wonderful insights. David Maddox, Maddox. You just go to express.co.uk, and David is the political editor of the Express Online.